Hello friends, in last lecture we saw the questions related to the angle sum property of the triangle and the exterior angle property of the triangle. Now, in this lecture we'll continue with the same. So here is the very next question. In the given figure, figure TQ and TR are the bisectors of angle Q and angle R respectively, of angle Q and angle R respectively. If angle QPR equal to 80 degree, if angle QPR is equal to 80 degree and angle PRT is equal to 30 degree, find angle TQR and QTR and angle QTR. So here is the diagram. Triangle is PQR, P, Q and R. TQ and TR are the bisectors. Okay, so TQ and TR are the bisectors of angle Q and angle R respectively. If angle QPR it is 80 degree and angle PRT, this angle is 30 degree. So you have to find angle TQR. This is angle 1 that you have to find, and angle QTR, that is this angle 2. So remember, in the last lecture we saw there was a question in which the similar condition was given, and over there we were required to prove that this angle, central angle, over there it was angle BOC is equal to 90 plus angle this. Okay, so we can use that result over here directly. Okay, we can use that result directly, or we can find by applying the properties of the triangle. So if I want to find the measure with by applying the properties, so see how we'll find. First of all, this angle PRT is 30 degree, so angle TRQ will be 30 because TR is the bisector. So I can say this complete angle R will be 60 degree. Now when this is 60, this is 80, we'll be able to find this complete angle, that will be 80, 60, so that will be 40, so angle 1 will be 20. Now angle 1 is 20, this is 30, so we can find angle 2. So we'll use the concepts directly. Let us see how to find its solution. So first of all, I will write angle TRQ. Angle TRQ is equal to angle TRQ is equal to angle PRT. Angle PRT. Therefore, angle TRQ is equal to 30 degree. Now, what is the reason behind this? Why I wrote this angle TRQ is equal to PRT? Because TR is the bisector. Here you can write as TR bisects angle R. This is the reason. And PRT equal to 30 degree, that is given to you. PRT equal to 30 degree. So we have the measurement of, now we have measure of this angle 30 degree. Now angle R is equal to I can write twice of angle TRQ, twice of angle TRQ. Reason is the same. Here again I write the same reason. So angle R is equal to 2 into 30, that is 60 degree. This is the measure of angle R. Now in triangle PQR, in triangle PQR, I can write angle P plus angle. I won't write Q because at Q there are more than one angles, but here I have already specified that I am talking about triangle PQR, so I can write angle Q plus angle R is equal to 180, angle P is 80, angle Q plus angle R is 60 equal to 180 degree. So this gives you angle Q is equal to 40 degree. Okay, angle Q is equal to 40 degree. Now angle 1 is equal to angle Q by 2, so 40 by 2, that is 20 degree. Now why angle 1 equal to Q by 2? So reason why angle Q is why angle 1 is half of angle Q, because QT bisects angle Q. As QT bisects angle Q, that is given. So now I have got the measure of 1, I have also the measure of this. So by applying the angle sum property in triangle QTR, I will be able to get the measure of angle 2. So first of all, note it down up to this point, then I will give you the remaining solution. Okay, so now in triangle TRQ, now in triangle TRQ, angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle TRQ is equal to 180 degree. Angle 1 we have measured, that is 20. Angle 2 we have to find. Angle TRQ was 30 degree, is equal to 180. Therefore I can say angle 2 is equal to 180 minus 50, that is 130 degree. So here we obtain angle 2 also. Okay, and this was angle 1. These two angles were asked to find. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is, in the figure, is line P parallel to M? Question is, in the figure, is line L parallel to line M? Okay, we have to determine whether the line L and M are parallel to each other or not. Okay, so here is the diagram. Okay, this is line P, this is line M, this is line L, and this is line N. Okay, some angles are given. This is 80 degree. Okay, this is 45 degrees. This is 45 degree. Okay, so three angles are given and we have to determine whether line P is parallel to line M or not. No, not line L, line P. Whether line P is parallel to line M or not. So see, this is 80 degree. Now if I find the measure of this angle, and I find that 100 degree. So if this is 100, by the linear pair axiom I can find this measure. This angle plus this angle should be 180 degree. So this was 100. So this must be 80. So I can say corresponding angle equal P and M are parallel. This is the one way. Another way, suppose I'm not allowed to use the corresponding angle. Then see, this is 100. We observe with the help of the angle sum property. Now as this is 100, by linear pair I will be able to find this angle, that will be again 80. Now these two angles, this one which is 80 and this that I obtained, are alternate interior angles which are equal, so lines are parallel, but obvious. Now suppose I am not allowed to use the angle sum property of the triangle, and then I have to identify whether P and M are parallel or not without using the angle sum property. So I can find this angle by the exterior angle property. See, for this triangle, this angle is exterior angle. Okay, let for a while these two lines are not there, then you will be easily check that this is the exterior angle. So exterior angle is equal to sum of opposite interior angles, which is equal to 80 degree. So we'll be able to get the measure of, okay, whatever. So in that way we'll be able to get the measure of this angle, and again we will see that these two angles are equal, so P is parallel to M. So how to solve this? Let us see. If I apply the angle sum property, then I apply the linear pair to get this, it takes some time. But if I use directly the which property, exterior angle property, it will take me less time. So let us apply the exterior angle property. So let this point is Z. So angle ZAC is an exterior angle for triangle ABC. So by exterior angle property, angle ZAC is equal to angle ABC angle ACB plus angle AC. Therefore angle ZAC is equal to 45 plus 35. Therefore angle ZAC is equal to 80 degrees. Now angle ZAC also angle P, let name it angle PDA, also angle PDA is equal to 80 degree. Therefore angle ZAC is equal to angle PDA. Okay, so these two angles are equal. ZAC is equal to PDA. Okay, and ZAC is equal to angle PDA. But these angles form a pair of equal corresponding angles. Therefore line P is parallel to line M. Okay, so here I can say line P is parallel to line M. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. In the given figure, if KL parallel NP, in the given figure, if KL parallel NP, then find the value of X. Then find the value of X. So there is a figure in which it is given line KL is parallel to line NP. Okay, so we have to find the value of X. This is KL NP. This angle is 120 degree. Okay, this angle is 95 degrees, and you have to find this angle X. So it's very easy. What we have to do, simply draw a line. Let this point is M. So what we have to do, we have to draw a line parallel to KL or parallel to NP, passing through point M. Okay, I have to draw a line in such a way. Now see, as this line is parallel, let the line is line L. L is parallel to KL as well as parallel to NP. As L is parallel to NP, this 95, so suppose if I say this is angle 1 and let this is be angle 2, so I can say 1 plus 95 equal to 180, 1 plus 95 is equal to 180, because line L is parallel to NP and NM is a transversal, so these two angles are the angles on the same side of the transversal, or co-interior angles, or allied angles, or co-consecutive angles. So 1 plus 95 is 180, so this gives you measure of angle 1. In the same way, we will be able to get the measure of angle 2. 2 plus 120 equal to 180. Now after getting 1 and 2, now I can say 1 plus x plus 2. Sum of these three angles is equal to 180, among which these two are given to you, so it will be easy to get the value of x. So let us see how to solve. Okay, so draw L parallel to KL parallel to NP. Now angle MNP, now angle MNP and angle 1 form a pair of co-interior angles. Therefore I can say 1 plus angle MNP is equal to 180. Therefore angle 1 plus 95 is equal to 180, which gives you measure of angle 1. Therefore angle 1 is equal to 85 degrees. Okay, now in the similar way, now I will find the measure of angle 2. Okay, now angle KLM and angle 2 form a pair of co-interior angles. Therefore I can say angle KLM plus angle 2 is equal to 180. Therefore now KLM is angle KLM 120, so 120 plus angle 2 is equal to 180. Therefore, angle 2 is equal to 60 degree. Okay, now I have measure of 1, measure of angle 2. So now angle 1 plus x plus angle 2 is equal to 180. 85 plus x plus 60 is equal to 180. So here I can say, therefore angle x is equal to 180 minus 145. So ultimately angle x is equal to 35 degree. Okay, x is equal to 35 degrees. So this is the way. Here, what is the reason behind this? I can say linear pair axiom. This is the reason for angle 1 plus 2 plus x equal to 180. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is the side BC of triangle ABC. The side BC of triangle ABC is produced such that D is on ray BC, such that D is on ray BC, such that D is on ray BC. The bisector of angle A, the bisector of angle A meets BC meets PC at L. Show that angle ABC plus angle ACD is equal to twice angle ALC. Twice angle ALC. That you have to show. Okay, so in this question diagram is not given. Information is given. On the basis of this information, first of all we'll draw the diagram. So let us see the side BC of triangle ABC. So first of all there should be a triangle ABC. So this is the triangle ABC. Okay, this is triangle ABC. Now according to question, what they are doing, they are producing one side BC is produced. Side BC is produced to a point L such that D is on ray BC, The bisector of angle A, and this is the bisector of angle A, it meets BC at L. Now you have to show angle ABC. Okay, angle ABC, that means this angle 1 plus angle ACD plus angle ACD. Let me, this is angle 2 twice of angle ALC, this. Okay, that you have to show. So think for a while, then we'll see how to prove this. Okay, we'll start with given. Okay, so think for a while, then I will give you its proof. Okay, let us see. Given what we have given, see this AL bisects. So here I can say this angle is x and this angle is x. Okay, so given in triangle ABC, BC is produced to form an exterior angle ACD, an exterior angle ACD. Then AL bisects angle BAC, angle BAC. That is, I can say angle BAL is equal to angle LAC, angle CAL is equal to x. That is given. What we have to prove? To prove angle ABC plus angle ACD is equal to twice of angle ALC, twice of angle ALC. That we have to prove. Let us see its proof. Okay, so as AL bisects, this is x, this is x. Now these are the angles 1, 2, 3. We have to prove ABC. That means angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to twice of angle 3. According to our namings, we have to prove angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to twice of angle 3. So if I apply the exterior angle property, see for triangle ALC, angle 2 is an exterior angle, so I can write 2 is equal to x plus 3. Okay, so for triangle ALC, angle ACD is an exterior angle. Therefore, by exterior angle property, I can write angle ACD is equal to angle LAC, or simply I can write x plus angle ALC. Okay, this is the equation number 1. Now again for triangle ABL, this angle 3 is an exterior angle. That means ALC is exterior angle. So now for triangle ABL, angle ALC is an exterior angle. Therefore I can say angle ALC is equal to x plus angle 1 or x plus angle x plus angle 1. Now see, the expression that we have to prove includes ABC, ACD, ALC. There isn't any angle x. That means there isn't any angle BAL or CAL. So simply if I subtract these two, I will get my answer, because I have to eliminate x from these two. So there are two ways. If I subtract one from second, or simply from here I write x equal to ACD minus ALC, from here x equal to ALC minus 1, and then by equating them I will get my answer. So note it down, then we see the further solution. Okay, now I will subtract second from first. Now on subtracting second from first, we get, let us see what we'll get. See, on left hand side we'll get angle ACD minus angle ALC is equal to x plus angle ALC minus x plus angle 1. Okay, therefore here I'll get angle ACD minus angle ALC is equal to x plus angle ALC minus x minus angle 1. Minus x plus x cancel. So here angle ACD minus angle ALC is equal to angle ALC minus angle 1. And according to diagram, angle 1 was actually angle ABC. So from here I can write angle ACD plus angle 1 is equal to angle ALC plus angle ALC. So here this will become angle ACD plus angle ABC is equal to twice of angle ALC, hence proved. So that was the expression that we required to prove. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is in figure. Next question is, in the given figure, find the values of x and y. In the figure, find the values of x and y. Okay, so there is a figure given in the question and you have to obtain the values of x and y. So figure is something like this. P, Q, R, S. Here we have Y. Here this is 90 degree. Here it is X. Sorry, here it is X. Okay, then here it is 28. And this is 65. So this is 90 degree. Now you have to find this x and y. Also it is given this PQ is parallel to ST in the symbolic form. So everything is given in the symbolic form. This angle is 90 degree. These two are parallel. Let this is point. Okay, so now what I have to do, I'll apply the angle sum property in triangle PQS. Now in triangle PQS, by angle sum property of triangle, what I can write, angle SPQ, angle X plus Y is equal to 180 degree. Now SPQ is 90 degree, X we obtained 37 degrees, so it is easy to get the measure of Y. So I can say Y is equal to 180 minus 127, therefore Y is equal to 53 degrees. So this is the value of Y. So hence we got X as well as Y. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. So here is the next question. Now in this question, what you have to do, you have to find the sum of angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So question goes like this. In the figure, find angle 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 plus angle 9 plus angle 10. You have to find the sum of all the angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let us see how to find. See, we'll use two concepts. First concept, that sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Okay, as well as sum of all angles around a point is 360 degree. Now here you can see how many triangles are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I include these angles as well, so what will be the sum of all angles which we can see in this diagram? Suppose for a while I name it angle A, I name it angle B, name it angle C, D and E. So if I say sum of all angles, that means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10, as well as A plus B plus C plus D plus E. See, for this triangle it will be 180. For this triangle again it will be 180. So as there are 5 triangles, so I can say sum of all the angles 1 to 10 as well as A to E is 180 into 5. But what we have to find, only this. So I can say this 180 into 5 is equal to angle 1 plus 2 up to angle 10, as well as I can say this is A plus B plus C plus D plus E. Okay, now we know the sum of this. Sum of all the angles around a point is 360 degree. So simply what I have to do to get this, 180 minus 5 into 360 degree, isn't it? So now let us see how to write this if you get a question for a 2 marks or 3 marks. So sum of all the angles of a triangle is 180 degree, and sum of all the angles around a point is 360 degree. Therefore I can say, therefore I can say angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 plus angle 7 plus angle 8 plus angle 9 plus angle 10, or sum of the required angle is equal to 5 into 180 minus 360. Because there are 5 triangles, so sum of all the angle including this central angle is 360 degree. But here I added these angles extra, so I am subtracting this, and this sum is 360 degree. So here I can write 900 minus 360 degree. That is 540 degrees. Okay, so this is the sum of angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. So here is the next question. In this figure, you have to find the value of x in terms of a, b and c. This angle DAZ is x, this angle BCD, or you say AC, whatever, is c, this is a, this is 180 minus b. Let I am naming this point as O. Okay, so you have to find the value of x in terms of ABC. So let us see how to solve this. See, this angle is C, it is given directly. Now for triangle CAD, x is exterior angle, so x should be equal to C plus this angle. Okay, so if I'm able to find this angle, then I can apply the exterior angle property. Now this is 180 minus b, so I will be able to get this angle. Okay, and as soon as I get this, again this angle is exterior angle for this smaller triangle as well. Okay, this angle is exterior angle for triangle DOE. So when I get this, I'll be able to get this, and when I get this in triangle ABD, I'll apply the exterior angle property. So first of all, I'll try to get the measure of this OED. So first of all, I can write angle OED. Okay, angle OED plus angle OEQ plus angle OEQ is equal to 180 degree. Okay, reason linear pair axiom. Okay, now angle OED that I need to measure, therefore angle OED. Now angle OEQ, this is given 180 minus B. So ultimately angle OED is equal to B. Okay, so I got the measure of this angle. Now angle CDO or CDA, whatever, is an exterior angle for triangle ODE. Okay, now angle CDO or angle ODC, now angle ODC is an exterior angle for triangle ODC is an exterior angle for triangle ODE for triangle ODE. Therefore I can say angle ODC is equal to, therefore angle ODC is equal to angle DOE plus angle OED plus angle OED. Therefore now I am replacing, see, this ODC can be written as ADC. It's the same thing. We are talking about this angle. The arm is only extended. So here I can write angle ODC. So ODC can be replaced by angle ADC. Therefore angle ADC is equal to, now DOE is A and OED is B. Okay, so ultimately now I have the measure of this angle. Now in triangle ACD, X is exterior angle, so I can say X is equal to C plus ADC. Okay, now uh, angle ADC, now angle ADC is an exterior angle, is an exterior angle for triangle ADC, for triangle ADC, for triangle ADC. Therefore I can say, therefore angle DAZ, okay, okay, now angle DAZ, okay, here I wrote something wrong. Angle DAZ is an exterior angle, DAZ is an exterior angle for triangle ADC. So angle DAZ is equal to angle ACD, angle ACD plus angle ADC, plus angle ADC. So here is equal to, now ACD, angle ACD is C and ADC is A plus B. Simply I can say X is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay, therefore X degrees is equal to A plus B plus C. This is my final answer. Okay, so please note it down. Okay, now let us see the next question. In the given figure, okay, figure is given in the question. In the given figure, AB parallel CD, also EA perpendicular, also EA perpendicular AB. If angle BEF, if angle BEF is equal to 55 degrees, find the value of X, Y and Z. So here is the diagram. Okay, three lines are given which are parallel to each other as given in the question itself. Okay, in this way three lines are given. This point is A, this point is C, then this is point E. Now this you have to find this is X that we have to find, this point is D and this is Y that we have to find and this is Z that we have to find and this is 55 degree given. This point is point F, this point is B. Okay, now we see the question once again. In the given figure, AB parallel CD parallel EF. No, it is not given that, yes, parallel EF, that is also given. Okay, then EA EA perpendicular to AB. That means this angle is 90 degree, that is given. Angle BEF equal to 55. Then you have to find the value of X, Y and Z. So it's very easy. Even though it's 90 degree is not given, it is sufficient information is there. See, it is given CD parallel EF. Suppose this point I am saying Q as CD parallel EF, I can say CQ parallel EF. So these two are co-interior angles, so their sum will be 180. That gives us Y, and X and Y are corresponding angles, so we'll get the measure of X as well. Okay, so let us see how to solve this. Okay, first I do write given. What is given? Given in the figure, AB parallel CD parallel EF. Okay, also it is given EA perpendicular AB, although it is not required. Okay, to get Z we might need this. To get X and Y it is not required, but yes, to get Z we need this. So angle EA perpendicular AB, that means angle BAE, that is angle BAE is equal to 90 degree. Further it is given angle BEF is equal to 55 degrees. So now we'll see how to get the values of unknowns. So that is given. To find, here I am adding that column, that section. To find, it's not to prove, it's to find. Here we have to find. To find, what we have to find? Values of X, Y and Z. So let us see over here its solution. See, first of all I will go for Y. So it is given CD parallel EF, therefore CQ parallel EF, isn't it? As CD parallel EF, so CQ parallel EF. Therefore Y plus angle DEF, is equal to 180 degree. So Y plus, now DEF is actually BEF, so here I am writing it BEF equal to 180 degree. So Y plus 55 is equal to 180 degree. Therefore Y is equal to 180 minus 55. So here we got the value of Y, that is, therefore Y is equal to 125. Okay, so here we got the value of Y. Now CD parallel EF it is given. Okay, Y plus DEF equal to 180. What is the reason behind this? Y plus DEF equal to 180. Reason for this is co-interior angles. Okay, co-interior angles are supplementary. Okay, that is the reason behind this. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Okay, now I can say this AB is parallel to CD. Now AB parallel CD, again it is given. So I can say, suppose here I name this point as Y. As AB parallel CD, I can say BY parallel D. Therefore BY parallel DQ. Now as BY parallel DQ, I can say X equal to Y. Therefore X equal to Y. So X is equal to 125. Now over here Y X equal to Y, corresponding angles, they are corresponding angles, so X equal to Y, and at the place of Y I can put 125 because Y equal to 125. Y equal to 125 from first. Okay, here I got Y equal to 25. This was the first one. Okay, so here we got the value of X, here we got the value of Y. Now I need to get the Z. Now there are two ways. See, this angle is 90 degree, Okay, so now I can as x I have, I can find this by linear pair, and then I can find z with the help of angle sum property, or I can say this is 55 alternate interior angle, so 90 plus 55 plus z equal to 90, that is the second thing. Or simply I can say as AB parallel EF, so this angle 90 plus z plus 55 should be equal to 180 co-interior angles. So I will use this one. Okay, so now AB parallel EF. Now AB parallel EF. Why? That is given. Therefore, I can say angle BAE plus angle AEF plus angle AEF is equal to 180 degree. Now, what is the angle BAE? See, here angle BAE is 90 degree. So 90 plus. Now, what is angle AEF? Z plus 55. Z plus 55 is equal to 180. Therefore, Z plus 145 is equal to 180 degree. 90 plus 55. Okay, so Z is equal to 180 minus 145, that is 35 degree. So here I got the value of Z as well. So this is Z, that was X, and O was Y. So here we got measure of all three angles. Now reason behind this, here you can write the same reason, that is co-interior angles. Okay, this reason you can give over here, Z plus 55. So this is my final answer. So please note it down. Okay, so that is all about today's lecture. Now in next lecture we'll meet with some new questions. So till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at home.